The year was 1994. Jason Garrett was a relative nobody who was about to start the biggest game of his life. The third-string QB via Princeton and the WLAF San Antonio Riders and the Ottawa Rough Riders prepping to take on the Green Bay Packers at Texas Stadium in a nationally televised Thanksgiving Day game. I asked Garrett to meet me in private somewhere to interview him for a newspaper profile. No glamour boy, he chose the loading dock at the Cowboys' Old Valley Ranch headquarters. And there, sitting on the cement amid the truck exhaust fumes and the giant trash barrels, Garrett, after I asked him about replacing Troy Aikman and worries and concerns and trepidation, first revealed a life philosophy that was in his mantra. Fish, he said, I only concern myself with things that are within my control. He said it so often in the ensuing years, especially now that he's held the high-profile job as Cowboys head coach for almost a decade, that his mantra has to his critics become a cliché, a robotic and rote response to avoid actually answering a question. But his critics, may be correct about so many things that Garrett has yet to achieve in this job, are wrong on this one. It is not a cliché. It's his life. And as it concerns questions about the ownership, Jones is opting not to extend Garrett's contract past 2019, putting him in a win-or-else situation. I'd only concern myself with things that are within my control, is Jason Garrett's truth. I don't really have any feelings about that, said Garrett on Wednesday from the NFL Scouting Combine when asked about his lack of contractual security. I've always just tried to do my job as well as I can do it and build a team we all can be proud of. We'll just continue to do that. I never spent much time thinking about the business part of my job. As someone who has known Garrett on a friendship level for all these years, I am telling you, as much as it is possible for a human being to be unaffected by the noise, Jason Garrett, at least as it regards the noise that's not within his control, is unaffected. That doesn't mean his feathers aren't ruffled by what could be perceived as a snub from Jerry and Stephen Jones. After all, Garrett's led the team to playoff appearances in 3 of the last 5 years. He's a Jones loyalist, close enough to take family vacations with them, and in a sport sometimes marred by selfishness and ego, he's a quality guy. We're both happy with where we are, Jerry said, reflecting on his relationship with Garrett. We both have real trust in each other. So, the relationship is a little more unique than others, but yeah, the Cowboys writing another series of guaranteed $5 million a year checks would have been comforting for the 52-year-old coach. Maybe, though, this comfort is sort of the point. No one wants Jason to be around here for the long term more than the Jones family, COO Stephen Jones said. No one thinks more of him than we do. But at the same time I know he uses it, but everybody's back is against the wall right now. We've got a really good young team. We've got high expectations for this young team, and everybody from Jason to his staff to our players to ownership to the organization feels the pressure to take the next step. Our fans deserve it, and we haven't done it in a long time. We certainly feel the pressure to do it, but to Garrett, truly, again, as much as is humanly possible, the pressure is the same. He told a story at the Combine about the late great Mark Tuinei, the former Cowboys O-lineman who took what I might call a Hawaiian Zen approach to the game. Garrett said the undrafted Tui would tell the undrafted Garrett, every day I walk into the building I'm a college free agent. That's who I am. There is the money and the power and the profile and the responsibility, but that's who Garrett tries to be, too. Every one of us tries to come into our building with a sense of urgency every day to try to be our best individually and try to be our best for our football team, Garrett said. That hasn't changed for me in 30 years. Maybe the pressure will result in a big 2019 that saves Garrett's job. I wrote last year that he was red man walking, needing to have a successful 2018 to remain employed here. He did that. Now he enters a period similar to what he faced when he entered 2014 without a contract extension. His Cowboys went 12-4 and won a playoff game. And less than a week later, Garrett was given that 5-year, $30 million deal. You come in there trying to be great each and every day, and every opportunity that you have. That sense of urgency, that backs-to-the-wall mentality has served us well through the years, Garrett said. Garrett's back is to the wall now, but just as was the case 25 years ago, when his back was leaning against a loading dock right before that 42-31 win in which he outdueled Brett Favre, he isn't wasting time on worry or pressure. Why? Because Jason Garrett, really and truly, tries to only concern myself with things that are within his control.